Welcome to Lavender, Lingo. Come with us on a weekend car camping trip through Pittsburgh, where we visit some antique stores, do some hiking where we've almost got a tick, eat some amazing food, and ultimately tell you what we think about Pittsburgh as a future home for us.
Handsome guy.
Hey fam, I'm Tyler.
I'm Sheldon.
And we are the Gunkles.
We have to rehearse that.
I want it to be synchronized, like 1, 2, 3, bam. Please do not crash the car. So we decided to take a little road trip up to Pittsburgh because we are remodeling our house, and by that I mean our
tiny little 500 square foot New York apartment.
Tiny little apartment. So we decided to take a drive up to Pittsburgh for my birthday, and we are gonna go vintage shopping, and we are gonna take Luca on his first hike, and we're gonna kind of have a cute little experience. So we wanted to take you along with us.
We got to Pittsburgh by driving. It took about 6.5 hours from our home here in Brooklyn, New York.
This entire video that you're about to watch, like we said, we filmed back in 2022. This is back when we first started thinking about having a YouTube channel. And back then we were calling ourselves the Gunkles. That didn't pan out.
We still didn't get it timed, if you can tell.
And we're never gonna do that again.
No.
So, to be honest, the filming wasn't the best. We were trying stuff out, we were learning how to be on camera and what kinds of things to record, so there's a lot of areas where there are shortcomings and gaps, and there's not good transitions, but that's okay because we're just gonna step in now and kind of explain
what's missing.
Yeah. Regardless.
We want to send a big thanks to our past selves for sticking it out and having the tenacity to get through it and to move in the right direction for where we want to go.
Getting to this point right here. Also, I just want to point out, you are going to witness me dying from my allergies pretty much this entire video. So please excuse the faces that I'm constantly making because I can't breathe, but Claire will do good. He's freezing, ladies and gentlemen.
We're at Target, which is amazing because we don't have Targets in the city. At least not like regular Targets. They're like
micro Targets.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
It's depressing. But this is like a happy place.
It is now.
We're here to find stuff for our house and to buy snacks. And so far all we've bought is a candle.
Because this trip was so last minute and we decided to do it honestly a few days ago, we got an SUV so we could literally just set up shop in the back and sleep in the back. So hopefully we can make this comfortable tonight.
I'm pretty sure that they call this glamping.
No, this isn't glamping. Oh, booty. Excuse me. Booty cam.
Look who's super cute in his stroller.
We made it to First Watch, somewhere where we haven't been in since Colorado. We're super excited.
It's too hot.
It's as good as I remember. So we're at a place called Hot. Has all these vintage industrial boho finds that we were looking for. And
Very cool.
Oof. So cute.
I almost filled that out again for the second time today.
And it'll happen again later in this video. It does.
This is news, by the way. Make making their paid appearance.
Bailey didn't get to go on the trip.
Bailey wasn't born yet.
Bailey wasn't even born yet.
No. So no, we didn't end up buying anything. We never do, because we have constant buyer's remorse, and we're so unsure of everything all the time. And if one of us doesn't just push the other into doing it, we won't do it.
We are terrible when it comes to decision making and buying, so yeah, no, especially with big purchases. But I'm just saying, you really should go to the shop because it was super cute.
We'll put the name of the shop down in the description.
But also, let me just say, the website doesn't do the shop justice. Actually going there and getting to see the shop, that was where the true magic of everything that we saw came to life. When we were there, we did meet the owner of the shop, but she was so friendly, and everything was just so nice, and she was so kind, and she really got to know us, and she, first of all, which was a super nice introduction to Pittsburgh, because I was like literally the first person we met, but she brought us in and she was like, this is what you need to see, this is what you need to check out, knowing your careers, this is maybe where you could live, and she actually pointed us in the direction of a town called Lawrenceville.
A neighborhood.
Oh yeah, a neighborhood. So yeah, so we drove over to check that.
That's literally all of the footage we got of it.
Because of our miscomings there, we're going to give you a little bit of information on the neighborhood of Lawrenceville, because it is absolutely a place that you must go to. Also where we could totally see ourselves living if we were to move to Pittsburgh.
So Lawrenceville is one of the biggest neighborhoods in Pittsburgh.
And of course, it shares the same industrial history and aesthetic as all of the Pittsburgh surrounding neighborhoods.
The area is described as the arts and culture district, which we definitely experienced.
They were playing live music, and we walked through an open fair, like market sort of thing. But she did tell us when she was explaining it to us that they play music every day, that they have farmers markets every day, that they do like open style boutiques and art galleries and all of these like open community activities that everybody is just constantly doing. Not only that, but they also had amazing bars, restaurants, boutiques, like coffee shops. Definitely an area that was super cute, super small town vibes, but really adorable and a must see in Pittsburgh.
Afterwards, we were very excited to see more in Pittsburgh, so we decided to try out our first antique store.
Luca does antiques. Hi, Shelby.
So everything in here is pretty cool, a little scary.
I think that's cool. Like everything has a history and life, and you feel like you can feel the that everything feels lived in.
But also it kind of feels like I'm not minding the chainsaw on top of it.
But yeah, no, most of the stuff in here, I mean, this is my very first time in an antique store, so I kind of like it. What the hell?
You're the sunshine on my mind. We're burning through the city of lights.
If I could find a use for that. I could not imagine myself walking out of the store with that giant boot.
There's a snake in there.
This next section we're gonna call Tick City. We decided to take a little break from antique shopping, and we went and found a trail to hike on. It's our first time taking Luca on a hike, and he's gonna get a tick. Yeah. Tick City, bitch. Tick City, bitch. What was your opinion of the antique shop?
It was cool. It was a little overwhelming.
If you know, you know, but like there's definitely a smell to an antique store. It's dated.
It was also a little scary. It's giving spooky season.
Yeah,
It's giving Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I feel like the trick to antique shopping is figuring out how you're gonna find an antique and then refurbish it to make it look, you know, give it new life. Because everything in there seemed very old.
Dead and gone.
Dead and gone. All right, we have a confession.
He got a tick. I knew he was
That's
gonna
not the
get a tick. That's the
confession. We have a confession. We are children when it comes to bugs, mostly ticks. When before, when we had Sully and we would take him on walks and he would get a tick, it was very difficult for us to get that tick off of him. And so we took a short little walk because as walking through the forest, we were too afraid that he was going to get ticks. So Sheldon decided to check him right away.
I still am.
Yeah, and still checking him because we found a tick just sitting in the edge of his fur. Sheldon threw it off of him and stomped it dead. I don't think it died, but stomped it dead. Ticks
Are people too, Haley?
Disgusting.
Yeah, gross. So I posed this question. Are ticks just an inevitable part of taking a dog on a walk? Because how do you go walking through the forest and have your dog not get a tick?
Frontline plus. Definitely missing it today. Right now. I should go buy some. Right where we're going.
You're on directions, fool. And a seatbelt would be nice.
Tick duty.
Did you grab the allergy medicine?
No, it's all the way back there.
One thing is worse than ticks, and it's allergies. I hate ticks. So let me tell you, my allergies are making me miserable.
We're here eating at Burgatory in Pittsburgh. We got a chicken sandwich and what was it called? A meet your maker.
Meet your maker. It's like truffle on truffle on truffle.
On truffle.
Is this what I am to you? Is this what I am to you?
This was right near the back of the PNC baseball stadium.
Oh, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
It was so peaceful.
Honestly, we ended up napping here for like an hour, hour and a half, and that is just an activity that you cannot do in New York City. You cannot go to a public park and lay down on a blanket and go to sleep for an hour, hour and a half. But I will say it was so just comfortable and relaxing. There was so much going on. People jet skiing, people walking, people playing music, people doing the absolute most, and it was so relaxing and peaceful.
It was a good vibe.
Yeah, really good vibe. Okay, so Sheldon and I have been looking at houses for a while, which is why we're here. We're thinking that maybe Pittsburgh, we can like renovate a house and make it all cute and make it our own. Well, I found this house in Pittsburgh that is from a refurbished church. We're about to walk up to it. It is literally a dream home. I'm gonna post some pictures of it with this, but, oh, please excuse my allergies, by the way.
Hey.
No, Sheldon. Sheldon almost killed a dog, so I had to turn it off. But this house is from an old church that they remade into a bunch of little condos. And when I tell you that this house is absolutely stunning, I'm serious. It's completely unfinished on the inside, but I think that's what makes it amazing. I'm gonna turn it it's literally this corner apartment right here. It also has good views of the city, which you can't see because we're below the trees. I would seriously, what I would pay to go and live in this house and get to renovate it and make it our own, that would seriously be a dream of mine. I just can't even start to explain how much I want that in life. And I wish it could have been this place. Although I will say, the one thing that takes it out of being a dream house is I wish it had a yard. That's it.
Yeah. So our day ended there. I think we ended up going to Home Goods to buy some stuff.
Which we didn't buy anything.
We didn't?
No.
Oh.
Embarrassing.
We just went to Home Goods to waste some time apparently, but it was a good day.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
We have this whole point, going to buy stuff for our house. We still have not purchased a single item. No, we bought a candle.
We did buy a candle.
We bought a candle.
The sheriff's after us.
Our Carmping adventure. By the way, I coined that, just saying. which was really just a big amount of cramping because we were cramped in the back of the car.
Back of this tiny SUV.
Ended early because Sheldon exposed himself to an employee at the golf area. Well, we don't want to say
golf,
where
someplace, a golf
place.
what do you call that? A golf range?
A course.
Golf course. I didn't see them coming around the corner. I was peeing. You wake up in the morning, you gotta go pee.
And then he wiggled it.
I actually just went like this.
Did a crab walk. We were like, we need to get out of here quick, so we threw everything in the back. We like put our clothes on, whatever we could find, and we literally, I mean, we weren't naked, we were dressed, so. Anyway, the point was that as we were pulling out, the sheriff was pulling in, and I was excited because I feel like we made the correct decision at the correct time, which means that we would survive the zombie apocalypse. I hope. Now we're going to go to Dunkin' Donuts, go to Walmart,
coffee.
look at some plants, and we are going
Plants
to...
and coffee.
Yeah, plants and coffee, and then we're gonna head home. Are you sure you want to
Why are you saying it like that? It's coffee.
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 Maybe coffee and cream. Maybe refill the water.
The water. Maybe
I
some
don't know
water.
what you're talking about. From New York. You need a hand gestures. Get some coffee, some cream, gotta refill the water. Bada bing, bada boom. That's not said. We have to
That's
cut
not
that part out.
sad. I love how much people love dogs. Like, people hate people, but people freaking love dogs. Like, I complimented her nails and she was like, yeah, whatever. But then she saw that I had a dog and she was instantly like, oh my god.
Hi, Luca. Hi, buddy. Can we talk about Dunkin' Donuts food real quick? What are your opinions?
Garbage.
Dunkin' Donuts is everywhere out East Coast, and like maybe it's because I'm from Colorado, but
I just think Starbucks is better.
Starbucks is better. You like whipped cream, huh? I also want to say though that our coffee that we do at home, we buy Dunkin' Donuts vanilla. No, you guys vanilla, or is it hazelnut?
French vanilla.
French vanilla roast coffee. To be honest, after we just talked shit about it. That is coffee. It smells so good and it tastes great in the morning. So
6 hours.
we do all of these trips thinking, well, how we compare the state and what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. So we wanted to share that with you guys too. But now we'll rate them in categories. So I guess the overall score.
My overall, I would give it like a 6 or a 7. It was a really cool place to visit. It wouldn't be a bad place to live. It's not necessarily my first pick to live for several reasons. But yeah, Pittsburgh's cute. It's
What
cool.
about to
it
travel
has a really
to?
good vibe. To travel to, yeah, definitely. I think it's worth it. I think there's lots of cool stuff to see. And if you just like going and checking out new places, it's a really cool place to go and check out.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it for living, I would give it a little bit, I would give it probably a 6 or a 7. Now, that still rates pretty high in my where I would live score. For traveling, I would probably give it an 8. Sheldon and I, our core elements of traveling, we always like to see a city, we always like to see nature, we always like to see art and history and culture, and we like to have good food. So those elements of travel are important for us, which is why Pittsburgh was a good destination for us to like take a small 2-day trip up to and see.
So we forgot the main point that our channel is literally built around, and that is the gay experience. So
Yeah, to be honest, hold on. You farted and it's so bad. To be honest, when we were in Pittsburgh, I don't really remember much about that being a part of our experience, which is a positive and a negative.
yeah, we didn't have anybody give us weird looks or say anything to us, or it wasn't awkward when we would kiss in public, hold hands, anything like that. We saw some pride flags,
Yeah.
so
That's kind of what I remember, is like occasionally like a shop will have like a pride flag out front. But I will also say, like, even the woman that we met at Hot, she was really like welcoming and friendly to us, and I do know, I did look up some information about it, and I do know that Pittsburgh does have a thriving gay community. Not only does it have the gay bars and gay clubs, but it also has events that are catered to gay communities and celebrating our lives and just the community in general. And of course, it has a month-long Pride celebration in June, like the rest of the country. Does this change your rating at all, knowing that information?
I feel like in hindsight and knowing that information, I do feel like my rating would go up a little bit in Pittsburgh. I think the more that we looked, the more I realized that I actually really did like Pittsburgh, and I think Pittsburgh is somewhere that I would settle down.
It does not change my rating, to be honest. I mean, after coming and living in a place like New York City, it's like nothing will compare to this. And to have, like, the gay scene here in New York City is just so loud and in your face and everywhere. It's just so welcoming.
And normalized.
Yeah, it's so normalized that I don't feel like you will achieve that anywhere else other than, like, huge metropolitan cities, the places where are gay meccas. And unfortunately, Pittsburgh definitely was not that. We would have seen more, to be honest,
Right.
had it been more involved in their culture. Not saying that it isn't great or isn't amazing or that it isn't thriving there. It's just, you know, compared to here, it doesn't really change that for me. We decided to stop at another antique store on the way home. We made our first antique buys. We got a couple things.
We got some books, some skeleton keys,
We got some vintage ass books and some vintage ass skeleton keys.
an old French camera,
Mm-hmm.
and a crate.
And a crate. And they're gonna look cute inside our new house. So I think that we will end the video with putting it into our list and places that we would live. Let's start with place number 1. But we're not gonna talk about them, we're just gonna list them in order and see where Pittsburgh places. I'll go first.
You go first.
My number 1 spot still goes to Denver. After that, I would say DC is my second. Number 3 is gonna be Boston. Number 4 is Pittsburgh. Number 5 is going to be, I'm gonna say Seattle.
We haven't been there.
I have been there.
Okay, so if we're doing places where we have individually met, mine's a little different. So my number 1 would still be Denver. I don't know why I have like a deep love for Denver. Probably because I grew up there. My number 2 would be California. Anywhere in Southern California. Preferably Los Angeles or San Diego. My number 3 would be Boston. My number 4 would be DC. And my number 5, probably New Haven, honestly, Connecticut.
What?
Yeah. And then number 6 would be Pittsburgh.
Don't get me wrong, New Haven was actually my favorite vacation we've ever been on. Or one of them, I think, but not living with.
Yeah, absolutely. New Haven is like literally 20 minutes from New York City. It's 20 minutes from beautiful beaches. There's good foods. It's a city itself.
You said 20 minutes?
Yeah. It's like literally, it's not
It's
long.
like
It's not far home.
it's 3.5 hours.
No, it's not. The entire state of Connecticut is like 2.5 hours wide, and it's like literally like what, 20 minutes out of Manhattan here in Connecticut. It's not far.
So Pittsburgh does not make your top 5 when it comes to living.
Close though. It's running up. Thanks for road tripping with us.
See you on the next one.
That was the ending, and I literally could not have been more monotone then or now.